Hi, here is a small tutorial how to program this part. This is simply a two rectangles. Okay, I'm gonna set the 0 point here. In the upper left corner. So this point has the coordinates 0 and 0. Okay, this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. Doesn't work. Okay, positive x is here. And positive y is here. Okay, then for programming I will need some other points too. I'm gonna need this point, so the upper left corner of the inner rectangle, and I'm gonna need this point. This is the lower right corner from the inner, and this the lower right corner from the outer rectangle. So and the coordinates of these points are, so this wall is thick 70 minus 65 through 2, so that's 2.5, and in y it's the thickness here 3 millimeters, so that's minus 3. Okay, and this corner right here in x, that's 65 plus 2.5, that's 67.5, and in y it's 24 plus 3 minus 27, minus 27. Okay, this is this point, and the last point is x is 70 and y is minus 30. Okay, then I'm gonna jump to bCNC, or no, I'm gonna draw this this part here in LibreCAD. Okay, so I'm gonna just pen and choose from this tool the rectangle tool, and then it asks me here to specify the first corner, which is I'm gonna draw the big rectangle, and the first corner is 0, 0, and the second corner is 70 and minus 30. These are the coordinates of the points. So I'm gonna type 0, 0. Okay, and the second point is x 70 and minus 30. Okay, this is the first rectangle, and the inner rectangle has the coordinates. It was 2.5 and minus 3, 2.5 and minus 3, and the second is 67.5 minus 27. Okay, yeah, that's it. So now my sketch is ready. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save it to any location, desktop test. I've drawn this before, and I'm gonna call this window DXF. Save. Yes. Okay, and now I'm gonna jump to bCNC. So I'm gonna make a new file. So this is bCNC now, and I'm gonna open this DXF. Open. And this is the folder already, and now I'm gonna open this window DXF that I created. Okay, and this is my sketch, outer and inner rectangle. Now I'm gonna let's take a look at the drawing. So we have a milling cutter with 5mm diameter, and the operation one is I want to cut 3mm inside, so to get this shape. This is a pocket, and the operation 2 is the outside cut, also in the same depth. And I think this is some kind of wood, so it's a soft material. And first I am gonna create the cutter. So let's jump here to the to the end mill. And well, I have defined a cutter, 5mm cutter here, but I'm gonna do it again. So if you don't have, I'm gonna delete it. And if you don't have a corresponding cutter here defined, you can do this with, if you are in this end mill menu, then click add, and I'm gonna name it 5mm. Doesn't matter. And I'm just gonna insert the diameter of 5. So that's the only thing I really need here, and also the step over for when generating pockets. So I'm gonna say maybe, it depends also on the part you are milling, if it's hard, but this is soft, so I'm gonna say 70%. If I say 100%, then he's cutting the whole cutter diameter again, so no step over. Okay, this is the cutter, and take a look at the stock. So what's defined here? It's material acrylic. The safe Z distance 5, this is okay. Surface is at 0, it's at 0, and the thickness is 10mm. It doesn't really matter to me now. Okay, and the material parameter. So this is acrylic, the one I have in stock, and the feed is 100mm per minute, and this is the plunge feed is 500. I'm gonna set the plunge feed to 50. This is very slow, to take it slow at the beginning. And the depth increment, I would say it's 3, so that the cutter only needs to cut once, and it's a soft material. Okay, the feed, I'm gonna let it at 100, but it can be increased afterwards if we see that the process is ready for it. Okay, so now this is my shape of the drawing, which I want to achieve later on. So I need to make a profile out of this. So I'm gonna click first on the rectangle you want, then click profile, and which end mill do we want to use? The one we defined, it's not the 3mm box, so I want the 5mm. I wanna the profile outside, and no offset distance, overcut, pocket, no. Okay, and then we're gonna click profile, Zack. And this is now the shape which the cutter or the mill will follow. So let's take a look at the point. So this point here, we can take a look on this lower right corner at the coordinates. So this, the y is 2.5, which is my cutter radius. Okay, so that's correct trajectory. And for the inner part, we want to make a pocket. So I'm gonna click here, pocket, and I'm gonna use this end mill, and click pocket. Yes, and this is my pocket operation, which the cutter will perform. So this is the original sketch, and the cut beside it is shifted for the cutter radius. Okay, so this is here, x coordinate is 5 approximately, and this is then 2.5. yeah. Okay, so and now I want to perform a cut with this. So if we change the view here, this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis, but we can also switch to isometric. Now we see also the z-axis. And now I want to make a cut, and I'm gonna say here the parameters. The surface is at 0, that's okay. The target depth is -3, that's okay. The depth increment is also 3. The feed is 100, the plunge feed 50. Okay, cutting strategy flat. Okay, I'm gonna leave this like this and say cut. Okay, so the only thing that he did right now, he set the this trace down. Okay, I'm gonna undo this once again and show you if I want to cut at -9. So now 3 passes will be necessary. Okay, yeah, because the increment is 3 and we want to 9, so he has to mill it 3 times. Okay, but I'm gonna undo this because I want to cut 3 millimeters. Cut. So this is the operation on the outside, and on the inside is this pocket. And with the pocket I also have to perform the cut operation. Click cut, and that's it. So let's take a look at the G code that was created. We have a header which is always there. So this is to turn on the spindle with the spindle speed. This is a pause, and then go to Z 10 millimeters, which is kind of a safe set position. So then take a look at this. This is the shape from the DXF. So this is the outer rectangle. Switch through. These are the lines that I have drawn in LibreCAD. And this is then the cut operation which we performed. So this is he goes to Z5, then to the coordinates, and goes then to Z -3, and moves a little arc down and goes around the part. Then moves up again at Z5. Then the second one is the pocket operation. He moves then to this location, goes in, and nails the contour, and then goes out. And the footer is so to go to a save set, and that's it. Okay, so now I can save this. This is my window NGC. Okay, save. Yes. And if I want, I can already send this to the machine. So I will go to the control cap and click start. But now I'm not connected, so it won't do anything. I get an error. But if I am connected to the machine, I can click start and the machine runs. What can I do? Also here I can what I have to take care is that this shapes, I don't want to cut this because this is the original shape from the DXF, that it's not activated. So the whole structure here is in blocks, so-called blocks. This is a block, this is a block, this is a block, and this block is deactivated, so it has not the X in this rectangle. Now it's activated and the machine will do this operation, but if it's not activated, the machine won't do this part of the code. I can also delete this if I don't need it. I will delete it so that I can be sure that the machine does no nonsense. So now, but if I am doing this operation like this, and I'm cutting on the, oh wait, here stands first operation is inside, so I can switch the operation, so it now the machine would go from top to bottom. Okay, so now it will do this, and then and so on. But I wanted to do the inner pocket first, so I'm gonna move this up with the arrow here. Zack. And now the pocket is above the outer shape. First pocket and then the outer cut. What I can also do here is to perform a to make tabs. So if the material is not glued on the machine table, it would fly away when I cut through the outer shape. So I'm gonna do a pocket, sorry, a tab. We can do this here. I'm gonna go to tabs, which is here, and then I'm gonna make 4 tabs with 2 mm width, and click tab. Oh, I didn't do it. I need to perform the tab on the first shape. So wait a minute, I'm gonna undo. Okay, this is the wait. This is the outer contour and the inner contour. So here I have no cuts at all. And now I'm gonna make here this outer cut tabs. Make 4 tabs. Okay, these are the tabs now. You can see it here. Let's take a look at the editor. This is the outer shape, and this is the tab of the outer shape. And now I'm gonna perform the cutting operation. Okay, where was I now? We have created the tab. Now we can make the cut again. So cam cut this out the shape where we created the tabs. This is alright, and now we can take a look at it. He did the cut, but he left the tabs so that the part doesn't fall out. So they look a little bit too big. Let's take a look. So where am I here? At x 23.5, and this is 30, 23.5, and 30.5. So that's 7 minus 5. Let's do now. That's exactly the tab width we specified. Okay, looks good. And because we altered it, we need to make a cut here as well. Cut. And this is my new program. Let's take a look at it. So we have the header as usual, the cut on the outside. Now he's going Z5, then do the first location, goes into the material, makes the cut, leaves the tabs, cuts, leaves the tabs, and goes out. Then it goes to this is the shape, the block that is deactivated. It has another color, so this is another color than the blue one. And then he makes the pocket. So goes in. I'm gonna switch to another view. This may be a little bit better. Okay. Goes in, makes the cut, goes out. Okay, and yeah, goes to Z10 and turns off the machine. Now I'm gonna delete the shapes I don't want to mill, so that nothing bad happens afterwards accidentally, and I'm gonna save this to window with tabs. Save. Now I could also send it to the machine, but as I've said, I am not connected. I can also do some modifications if I want to. When it's cutting too slow or too fast. So when it's too slow for me, I can set the feed rate override to 200%. So this would be twice as fast as I have programmed. So the 100 millimeter per minute would be 200 and so on. Or I can slow it down to 25% of the programmed speed. I can also edit this here in the program itself. So I can change here the speeds manually if I want. Yeah. Which would be a lot of work to change every part, and also I could forget something. Easier would be to load the DXF again and program it from the beginning with new speeds. This would look like that. Just open the DXF, or let's try another part. I'm gonna make a new sketch in LibreCAD. New. I'm gonna make circle this time. Circle with center and a point. So now it asks me specify center. I'm gonna make it in the 0 location, and the radius I'm gonna make it maybe 15 millimeters. And then I'm gonna make him draw another. So he asks me for the second center 0 0, and then I'm gonna make a radius with maybe 7 millimeters. Okay, so that's my new sketch, and then I'm gonna click save, and this is round shapes, and then I'm go to bCNC. And open this file which I have created. Just the round shapes. Nope. Okay, these are the shapes, and then I can do basically the same thing again. I'm gonna take a look at this thing here. So I want to make also a cut on the outside and a cut on the inside. I'm gonna do this with also again the pocket operation. I'm gonna use my 3mm mill, and let's take a look what's defined here at the end mill. So we have a step over of 35. I'm assuming I'm milling very soft material. Then I'm gonna make here 80%, and then go back to the pocket and click pocket. So this is my pocket for the inner shape. This is the original shape, and this is the pocket operation. Now I'm gonna click on the outer and make a profile. I'm gonna use my 3mm mill and click profile. This is now my outer contour. Then I'm gonna mill the inside first. I'm gonna cut it. I can specify the target depth, let's say 5mm. The increment with 1mm. The feeds maybe 150, and then I'm gonna say cut, and now he has made the cut, the inner cut, and the outer shape. I'm gonna leave this like this and say cut, and that's it. So these are some basic operations. So but the it's basically always the same. You open some DXF, and this is basically your drawing.